Okay, so we have checked on the sales by item. We have seen the sales by time period. Now we can embark on something else. We can check on sales by day so that we can see which days are more busy, see which days to concentrate on, and see how products fare on each given day. And for that, we have to add a new table, a new column on this table. The column will be called day. Let's call it day name. When you just put it there, just appear. And we can put a small formula here, which will be equal to text. For us to find the day of the week from this date, we use this formula. It's called text. When we click it, the value will be this, and the format will be day. Put 4 days, close the bracket, enter, and it will give us the day of the week. This is, we can then group the data with the days of the week and find how it works. This is a little bit manual. The best way to do it, first of all, understanding how the formula works is very good, but the best way to do this is by using the Power Query. Remember our query. When we go to data, you can see show queries, come to this query over here. Then you can add a column. From this column, we can add invoke custom function. Sorry. So a column from examples, column from examples. When you click here, we'll be given a list. There's a amount, whatever, product, item, etc., etc., etc. When you go here, we can see day of the week from date, and day of the week name from date. We can click this and it will give us the day of the week. Press enter. It will write everything down for you. Then it will rename this to day name. When you press OK, come to home, close and load, and boom, it appears. Now we have the day name. For this day name, it is very important to have the day name for us to be able to work with this data. So after doing that, we can invoke another pivot table on a new sheet. As you can see, the day is not here. The problem is we are trying to invoke the Power Query for this table, yet it is not, the data has not yet updated well. So what we can do is just come here to data, refresh this, and we can go now to this sheet 12, which we will rename immediately to sales by day. Enter. And we can now come here to insert, new pivot table to existing. Go to clean data. We want to use everything now on this one. Everything. Okay. Still not there. We can say more tables. Yes. Table 2. Now it has day name. While you're doing this analysis, you need to know exactly what you're working with so that you have everything written on your, close this. You have everything listed on, while you're creating the Power Query, you make sure everything that is needed is here so that there's no need of updating the tables on and on. You just write everything down that you might need, then have these extra columns, create the new columns or the columns you need before you start doing your analysis. But this, because it's for educational purposes, we're going step by step. Sales by day, this one has disappeared. Let's just rename this, take the name, delete this, Then sheet 13 is what we will call sales by day. And then we'll use this new table here. So for this, we'll have day name in the rows. Have the day name in the rows. Okay. Then we can have the day name in the rows. Then we can have the amounts here. Then we filter them by items. Then we can just create a pivot table from this. Let's just clean this pivot table a little bit. Hide this. Call this sales by day is it's good. Looks rather nice. So we can see that Saturday is the day that most things are bought. It's very easy to work with. You can see how it looks, know which products are bought on which day. You can filter them out. See something like coffee. We'll start with something like Barista. You can see Barista 2 here. Realize that Barista 2, Saturday and Sunday, it's bought a lot. And now you can know how to plan for the sales of Barista 2 on Saturdays and Sundays, because that's when they're sold a lot. You can do something like, you can see look like coffee. Look at something like house coffee and see how it fares, and realize that coffee is usually bought on Thursdays, and know how you're going to deal with promoting coffee on Saturday and Sunday, or how you're going to work on making sure there's enough coffee for Thursday. And this is a very good metric to look at. We can also add the slicer. You remember the slicer that we talked about? You remember the slicer? We can just come here to this, click this, go to pivot chart, analyzer, add a slicer that uses the items. And okay. Now we can just check on Americano single, which is a type of coffee. You can see coffee is usually drunk on Thursdays. And things like Barista 3 deal, mostly on Sundays. And because it's a family restaurant, Sundays is when people are mostly free, and Saturdays to come with their family. And you can see large meals like Barista 7 are usually eaten on Sundays, because Barista 7 is a 7-piece chicken deal, where there are 7 pieces of chicken. And you can see Sunday there are a lot of people, because usually people come out of church and come to eat there. You can see something like Barista breakfast. Fridays, people come in the morning a lot, and Tuesdays. And using this, you can really understand how and when products are bought or sold. And you can plan on the marketing and work on various things to make the customer experience a little bit better and improve efficiency. Okay, thank you. Hope it was informative. See you in the next one. Peace.